G'day legends, and welcome to another Dodgy Garage 4x4 video. In this video we're going to be making a pantry for the back of the Gen 2 Pajero. I've seen all the other ones you can buy online, the big steel ones, but they're not fit for purpose in the back of the Pajero. And all of this is going to sit on the top of this. So we're going to put that box on here. Yeah, and we're going to add a whole new drawer to this. You can check out in our catalogue how we've previously done this. We've built the tables, drawers, fridge slide, comes out, tilts down. So we're going to add a pantry. So essentially the pantry is just another drawer that's going to encapsulate this, and it's going to sit in here, and we're going to have the drawer that slides in and out, and this is going to sit at the very front. This is all going to be open, so we have access. So the camp oven will sit in there, something like that. So there'll be storage at the back there for some food stuff and all the cooking utensils behind it, and that'll just slide in and out. So I'll just run you through what I've done today. So I've just got some pine here, so about 250 high, some nice thin 19mm pine, and I've just trimmed that down to 800. That's about the length I want. And then the base is just made out of a couple of bits of pine, which I've recessed in here. You can see I've just chopped them out and recessed them in there. So, and the top is just a piece of 12mm ply that I've screwed on. All of the sides and the base and the back here are all glued in and all stapled and screwed in. The top will just be screwed in. There'll be no stapling and gluing into this because I want to be able to take that off to get inside, because that's how I'll mount this whole box to the existing drawer set up in there. I've left a little space here open in there. It's just to prevent a bit of vacuum when you're pulling the drawer out, and a bit of pressure when you're pushing the drawer in, so all the air can escape. So far I'm into this with all of the wood, and I've got the wood there as well for the drawer. So the wood's cost me around about $150. This was $250, although that was a gift, so that cost me nothing. And then I've got these Legends here. So these are the lockable heavy duty 700mm sliders, or fridge sliders if you like. So they're going to be lockable, so they'll be in the side here somewhere with the drawer. They cost me $75, and they were for Bunnings. Could have got them cheaper from eBay, but I couldn't be bothered waiting. Anyway, so that gives you an idea of where it's going to sit. So it's just below the seat level there, which is about where I wanted it. Yeah, so anyway, let's keep cracking on with it and move to the next step, which is building the drawer. So I've gone and installed the runners now. I've got them pretty good, so they're exact from end to end. The only thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to keep these back in behind the edge of that. I didn't want them sitting out here and getting in the way of anything. You know, I'm not sure how hard that's going to be to get in and out, especially when you've got to do two at once. Time will tell, I guess. I may end up having to just notch a piece out of here. Definitely don't want them sitting out here, because I want to bring it as close as I can. And as I say, I don't want them getting caught on stuff. I'd like to have them sitting back inside there. We'll see how I go with being able to get them in and out when I put it all together. So next step now, just to build the drawer in here. Just putting the inside drawer together now, so just stapling all that up. I'm gluing all that together. Got the two sides and the base all done, so that's just the back of it there. So I'll put a piece in here, then I'll put a piece in here. The travel buddy will sit in there, and then there'll be another piece that goes across the top as well, so that'll all be encapsulated in, so it'll just sit in on the sides there, and that'll be the drawer all done. And then I'll just screw that up into here. I've left a little bit of a gap at the floor there, and I'm almost sort of flush with the top here. Okay guys, so there's all the drawer all fabbed up. So we've got the bit at the back there for the storage, and we've got the bit at the front there for the travel oven over there. So that's just going to slide in and out. I haven't actually got those. Yeah, see, I'm going to have to do something here, either notch out here or notch out here. The reason I haven't screwed this in yet is because I'm still not sold on this. I don't know, so I'll work on that, but that's it as a structure. So I've got the oven all mounted in there now, so not entirely sure what I'm going to do about the wiring, given that it's a sliding drawer type thing. So I've just, for now, just poked a little hole through there, and I've just sat it in there. But anyway, that's maybe a job for another day. I mean, I can still use it as it is. Okay, there we go. So pretty much the construction is all done. It's just going to need some painting and some carpet. I've got some carpet there. So basically what happens here is it just slides out, and you've got the, well, what I class as the pantry in the back there. So I got a little gift via Amazon last night, and so it's this little cable chain. So I've managed to come up with a solution for running the cable for the oven. So I'm just going to pop it out the side of the box just in here. So inside, that's inside the cavity in there. I'm gonna pop it out and run it through there, and that runs up in along here, in through the side there. And the plug will pop out the back just in here, so you can see it all runs through there. So basically, so when this closes, it all just rolls back in on itself. And you can see here it's just all rolling back in there until it shuts again. So, and that's just, as I say, that cost me $11 from Amazon. The only downside to running that cable like that is I will be running it down through here, and it pop out about here somewhere. Righto, so I've just started carpeting the lid. I just had some leftover carpet from when I did the drawers, the original drawers in the back of the Pajero. So it seems that I'll have enough left over. I'm a bit shit at doing these corners things. I think I've already stuffed this up. By the time I push it over, there's going to be a little bit of a gap there, I think. I might have to just play around with that. But yeah, so I've started carpeting the top. So I'm going to carpet down the sides, this side, and of course the other side. And then I'm just going to run some carpet underneath there. Just carpeting the outside and underneath of the box. So that's all done now. So I've all glued that up using the Sally's Quick Grip in a can. I bought one of those. That's about $20. And I reckon I've used 1.5 cans to date. So on the bottom it's a little bit rough, but that's okay. I'm just using scraps that are left over, so I don't want to go and buy any more carpet. I don't see the need underneath when no one sees it. So that's the sides, the underneath. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this front bit yet because of the heat. So whether I'm folding it around, you know, folding it around, or whether I'm just going to trim that flush and put some sort of edging on the front there. I'm not entirely sure. There's the lid. All the edges are done. I will staple these edges. These are all stapled up. All the edges are all stapled along here. I'm just using the old Ryobi gun there. Okay, so it's been a week or so since I've done any filming on it, but I've certainly done a bit of work on the pantry, so I've given it a bit of a paint. And I've also started to, I don't know if you can see, but there's a silver tape on there that's like a heat-proof aluminium tape that I'm sticking on all of the surfaces inside there, the back and the top. This is upside down, but the top and the back still yet to be done. I'm just using this stuff here. It's from VTAC, and it's a heat-proof aluminium tape. It sticks like shit to a blanket, this stuff. I'm going to keep continuing on with putting the tape on there, and I'm going to put this piece of wood in here to keep that track in. I'm going to screw that in there, and then I've just got to wire it up, and she's ready to go in the car all complete. So I've been around and done 2 layers of the insulating tape, all on the inside of the cavity there for where the oven goes in. So this is going to be a bit of a suck it and see things, whether this works or not. Time will tell whether I actually needed it. Better to err on the side of caution, I think. So I've actually travel oven in there. I'm going to check to see how this all goes for heat with that foil tape in there, and we'll come back in an hour and see how hot she is. A little while ago I had a mate who also gets on the channel, so we call him Captain Gaz. He's pretty handy with the woodworking and the engraving and and I can't remember what they call this, but it's got the like a laminate imprint into it. So, yeah, but anyway, he's made us up a Dodgy Garage 4x4 chopping board there, and it was really only after the fact that I thought, well, I should incorporate this in with the little pantry here. So I cut that piece out, lifted it up so that travel buddy fits in nicely. Bottles of oils fit in there. The only thing is I had to lift the edge of this up 20mm higher. Everything fits in perfectly now, so just got to clean her up and glue these corners up. This come out okay, plus this is screwed on now, so rather than try and slide that in there, so I can just unscrew these 4 screws, put it in, and screw that back on top. I've just run the Anderson plug with some 2-core 50 amp, and I've just drilled a hole in the bottom of there, just rounded it up, run it through there, and that runs down through here, through this little chain link through there, and then runs out the back here and up into another Anderson plug that's screwed into the back of that. So I've got that 2-core running from inside the box through to the outside. So I've run this wiring like that for a reason, because I want to be able to plug the travel oven in and out. I don't want it to have to stay in there or be hardwired all the way through, and that's like that, so I can just plug another extension lead in that. So that's it with the travel buddy sitting in there. So and as I said, the wiring runs through there yeah, so that's it. That's the finished product. My nice little pantry. So put all my stuff in there, food and bits and pieces. Got the oven that slides out in the drawer. Got the little chopping board or something, not so much, maybe it's a bit high for a chopping board, but put a kettle or something or whatever else on top of that. Still nice and flat with the back of the seat. So there we have it, ladies and gents, the one and only Dodgy Garage 4x4 pantry for the Gen 2 Pajero. Well, I mean, I guess it'll really fit any four-wheel drive rear setup, but there you have it. Here's a cracker.